Tea. Always good to have the tea. I'm sorry. Not sorry. I'm just Canadian, so I apologize for things that I don't need to apologize for. Mm. Divine Rising, how are you today? So today we're going to do some energy stuff. Once, hello, how are you, Byron? Divine Rising. Today I'm going to encourage everybody that comes into the room, and I'm going to wait till I get one of my mods on TikTok so that they can be speaking about that. But I want us to set an intention today. Today we're going to do today's Transformation Thursday. Oh, Divine Rising. I'm doing okay. I have to go to the dentist next week because I injured my tooth. So I have a dentist appointment on Wednesday to deal with that, and it's quite annoyed. Aw, love to you. Aw, that's beautiful. Yes, they are. They're absolutely false. I love that. Thank you for sharing that. I'm streaming on both TikTok and on Facebook. Yeah. Somewhere I hopped timelines or something, and I hopped timelines, and my job I don't know. When I last year when I came home from Costa Rica, which I really didn't want to come back, to be fair, but there was like an emergent, a bunch of things just happened all at the same time. So I ended up coming back home very quickly and to a lot of chaos, and I was in a really great space, like a really, really great space. But I came back here and I remember feeling like I was sitting inside of a tornado and like I was in the eye of the storm, and I was watching like all this stuff going on around me, and I was like, this is not my reality. This is not where I want to be. And but I was where I was. And anyway, when I came back home, not long after I came back from Ontario, or sorry, came back from Costa Rica, I injured my tooth and I've been working on healing it. But I keep re-injuring it, so I have to go in and I have to have it braced. I have to have braces put in so that my ligaments can heal because they got pulled really bad. Um, so yeah, that's my fun. So next week, dentist, yay! Not a fan, just not a fan. As my sister-in-law, so at least you know. Oh yeah, we don't know who comes across our path or why they come across our path. And some of them come by and they teach us to love ourselves at depths we never would have been able to love ourselves at if we hadn't have interacted with them. I've had those change makers in my life. They're called soulmates, actually. You have some that come in and they're very, very disruptive, very, very chaotic, very, karmic. There's some lesson that needs to be learned through that relationship. Sometimes you get karmic and you get soul together, because a lot of times karmic relationships do teach you a lot about your soul. And when you learn the lesson that you were meant to learn from the karmic relationship, divine rising, see, it worked out perfectly. You weren't late. You weren't late at all. Today we're setting an intention at the beginning of the show. We're going to do things differently today. It's not going to be all focused on cards and stuff. Yeah. Um, so today we're going to set an intention. Okay. Yeah. Sometimes that's the way that awakening happens, right? Sometimes we awaken because we're choosing to walk that path of enlightenment and questioning things and delving into our shadows. And sometimes we get baptized like a cat in water. It's just like it's abrupt, it's painful, and there's a lot of screaming, and it's just not fun. So sorry, my bestie's sending me some messages, which is popping up. See, that's why notifications can be a bad thing, but it was just popping up and it was making me chuckle. Hi, Alan. How are you, love? So today we're going to set an intention. So we're going to choose one word that is going to represent your transformation today. So you could say expansion. You could say activation. You could say power. Right. So you just want to drop a word in that kind of represents the phase that you're in, or how you're feeling about your transformation, or a word that you want to embody as a part of your transformation. So we're going to set an intention for today. All right, my word of the day, today's Transformation Thursday, so it's a transformational day. But for me, I'm really on this self-love journey, more and more. I've been someone who spent a lot of her life looking external to her for things to represent that she was lovable or loved, right? So always on that seeking and trying to fulfill outside. So the healing journey is going within, and I like to say here, the only thing, the only way to figure it out is to go within, right? You have to go within to figure it out, is the other way that I say it. But and it's true. You have to go inside. You have to sit with yourself, right? And sometimes there'll be, in the process, it's like being an addict. No matter everything that you're seeking, right? You're seeking in that outside of yourself. Many of us are addicted to TV, we're addicted to food, we're addicted to emotions that we're experiencing. Some of us get so addicted to being a victim that we go around seeking other opportunities, or we talk about our stories all the time, right? Keep reminding ourselves of when we were victimized. So we want to navigate and transform through that, and the only way to go through it is to actually go inside and find and sit with that, and sitting in the silence. Or when you have that urge, like you want to watch TV because maybe that's an addiction. We'll go with a low level, like we'll go with an addiction. You're scrolling on your phone, you have a phone addiction, you're scrolling on your phone on social media, right? Many of us have a social media addiction. So you just have to get used to, every time you go to reach for your phone or reach for your device to go on social media, you're like, no, no, I'm not doing that right now. Right? And sit with yourself. Sit with yourself. Sit in that silence, or sit in that space of inactivity, right? And allow yourself to go, like, what is coming up right now? Why am I having a like, why do I need to occupy myself? What is it that I have an issue with sitting in silence or sitting by myself doing? Right? So let's set an intention for today. That's what we're going to start off the day with, is to start an intention. And I needed to clear my throat, apparently. How's everybody doing today? I have two YouTube channels. My other YouTube channel, which is called One Truth Sets You Free, and it's the number one. Truth Sets You Free is the rest of it. So with that, you can go check it out. I put a daily message on for light workers and star seeds, and people on the path of awakening. So that message is there for everybody for today. And for here, what I wanted to do is it's Transformation Thursday. So we're going to do some energy work. And we can check in on some of what's going on within the collective, and, energetically what's going on. Now is a time of discernment. And more than anything, it's a time of discernment, because there is so much going on. We've seen so many different things going on in the skies, whether it's weather or objects and ones that are falling out of the sky and all of this stuff. So, we have to be careful what is true, what isn't true. Are some of it holograms? Is some of it done on stages? Is it something that's being made to seem worse? Are these really happening? Right? If they, and you know, how much of it is really true? How much of it is them doing it to perpetuate whatever they want to have or whatever they want to create? Right? And so, anyway, hi Carol. How are you, love? So we're setting an intention today, picking a word and setting an intention. And then we're gonna do some energy work today. It's Thursday. We always do our energy work on Thursday. Cards are on Tuesday. And we do a big check-in on Monday on YouTube. Mm, that is a beautiful intention to set, the intention of truth. I like that. I like it a lot. Hmm. Okay, so we've got our words. We're setting our words. Okay, so now we're gonna start with just an energy, little mini energy alignment thing, right? We'll just call it that. We're just aligning ourselves, with our inner, with our soul. And I like to say that the seat of your soul is in your heart, right? And so, but we can pair it with the ego center, where a lot of people feel that the center is, right? So you can always, your hands have chakras, and so put one over the solar plexus and one over the heart and connect those energy centers, right? In a different way, internally and externally, receiving and giving. You can do it that way. You just want to drop your awareness into your heart space, and then just take 3 nice deep breaths into that space. This time we're going to make sure that our hand that's down on our solar plexus moves first when we take that big breath. So have it expand, and then the chest. And do that again with the solar plexus expanding outwards, and then the heart. And you can return to normal breathing and just keep your focus in the heart space. And that's just a mini little alignment with yourself. Now, if you want to cleanse your energy field really quickly, you can open up your soul star chakra, which is about 6 inches to a foot above your head. Expand it this full size of your toroidal field, so 6 to 9 feet in diameter. And open it up and just pour that source light into your field. And it is going to purify and cleanse and heal. And it's just going to remove any stagnant energy. Think of it like a waterfall just pouring in this space that's bigger than what you can reach around you. You're in this beautiful white light, white gold light pouring onto you, cleansing you and cleansing your space. It's releasing any attachments, it's letting go of any stuck energy. It's just really cleansing and purifying. And as it's filling up your space, you're also connecting with that unconditional love and that unity, that feeling of being connected to more, connected to others, being a part of the all. That feeling comes through as well. And just allow that to fill your entire toroidal field, fill you up from head to toe, fill up all the space in between, all the bits that make you you. And just like that, you've connected to yourself and you've cleansed and recalibrated your energy field. That was pretty easy. Hello, love. So, how's everybody doing? Was that a good moment? For those of you that did the moment, what 444 on there? 1444. And we're setting an intention today. I'm happy to see you too, Wonder Woman. I'm in a very, very good space energetically. Um, when I was opening up for the live this morning, and I did my little cleansing, and I check in with myself and do all of that, and I call in my guides. And when I called in my guides, I had this moment where I felt like I just apologized, because I know I haven't made, like, I have not been easy to guide in this lifetime. Mm-mm. I've not been easy to guide at all. And but anyway, I was just flooded with the feeling of um, pride that they have and love that they have. And so I had a little cry this morning, this morning before I started my live. It was beautiful. Hi, Barb. I don't know what you mean. Why is she getting cold feet? Good morning, Anshara'El. How are you, love? So set your intention for today. Okay, set your intention. Okay, and we're going to take 3 deep breaths into the heart center again, and I'm going to give you an affirmation to say. And the reason why we're going to do it again is because I've been talking and other people have been stuff. Aww. Well, let's send a wave of healing energy your way, straight from source. Here. You're welcome. You're welcome. You're welcome. I need to do that too. So I got to do my healing every day. I have to do my healing on my mouth, because, like I said, I injured it. I really pulled the ligaments in my tooth, and so do a lot of healing on it. So set an intention for today. Okay, we're going to take our 3 deep breaths into our heart center. Okay, and then we're going to say this affirmation. Okay, and I know you guys will follow along, so let's do this. Okay. That was a good one, at least for me. I hope that you experienced a good, nice, deep breath in and out. Let's do a second one. I really like to put my awareness in my heart center. It feels really, really good to connect with the energy that's there. And now we're just going to say, I am open. I am ready. I align with my highest transformation now. And so it is. And so it is. I think it's a perfect affirmation for today. So today I wanted to talk a little bit about transformation. It's Transformation Thursday. So let's talk about transformation. It seems ideal. I feel like I'm teaching like at a child level, which is like not in calling you guys, but I feel like a kid. I feel like a kid, and I'm sitting cross-legged on the floor, and I imagine everybody sitting in circles, like just we're hanging out on little poofs on the floor like little kids, and we're all hanging around in this circle, and that's how I feel this morning. So come and sit in the circle. We're all going to sit in the circle. Set your intention. Take your 3 heart-focused breaths. Yeah, that's cool. All right. So our 3 phases of transformation that we go through. Well, phase 1 is the breakdown, right? And it's not a breakdown. It's really a breakthrough. And hello, my love. I love you too. I saw your messages come in, but I haven't read them. I'll check them afterwards, love. All right, sorry, my bestie boo stopped by. Um, she's a long distance bestie, right? We can't go see each other, so tomorrow's Friday. Call me tomorrow. We'll have tea tomorrow. Hot tea tomorrow. Speaking of tea, oh hey, we're doing this, so I'm gonna be the teacher. I'm gonna be the teacher. I got my cup of tea. Hang on. And for those of you that don't know, I have I have a school. I have a school. So I do these kinds of teaching things. So come and hang out and let's learn some stuff. Um, Whoever is on here, say hello, hello. I think I know who's all there. But in case there's anyone that's in the background, then say hey, say hey. Um, Okay, so set an intention. You have to set a power intention for your day of transformation. So what word are you using about your transformation? Is your transformation powerful? Is your transformation expansive? Is your transformation, is it in its activation stage? Like what are you calling your transformation right now? How are you empowering your transformation? Then you take your 3 deep breaths into your heart space, you connect into that space, right? It's really good to do that. It's really quick. And then divine transformation. It's beautiful. So now we're just going to talk about the stages of transformation. And now anyone that showed up just recently, you're all caught up to speed, pretty much. You got the very condensed version of what's happened in the last 20 minutes. So the breakdown phase. I went through the breakdown phase. Everybody goes through the breakdown phase. The breakdown phase is where something happens and it changes your perception of reality. Pura vida, buenos dias. Um, it changes your perception of reality in some way. So yeah. I'm like, I had so many shatterings of reality, right? And so one of the shattering of reality that I had was with my health. And when my health went off kilter and then I went off work and then the system failed me and I was a nurse and I started like going, wait a second, this isn't making any sense. And then when I did the real healing, which is not what traditional medicine teaches you, it was just that my eyes were open and I couldn't turn back. I mean, other openings or breakdowns were through relationships, right? You have that person who, you really connect with at the level that you're at, and you go through the transformation. And on the transformation, maybe you guys start not to resonate anymore. And so that creates an even more, it creates another space in which there's an opportunity to find out more about you, connect more to who you are. There's so many different opportunities or ways that we go through these experiences, sometimes losing our title. Like if you've identified very strongly with something, when that gets taken away, then you're left with the phase of letting go of those things. So the phase of one with the breakdown, it's really the phase of letting go. It's that you're shattering all those old programming that you had. You are breaking free from the systems that are wrong, right? And um, it's kind of interesting how it changes, right? How it changes when you move through the different phases, and you can look back on it and you can see it in a certain way, right? You can look back at it and you can go, okay, yeah, so the first state of disillusionment was this one, and then the next one was this one, and the next one was this one, right? And it's fascinating when you look back on it and you see those different levels of awakening that you've experienced, the different layers of disillusionment and that you needed to work through. So there's so much power in letting go. Letting go is how we move to the next phase easier. When we realize that something isn't for us, or that something isn't alignment with divine law, divine truth, divine love. And I'm saying divine in front of all of that stuff because I want you to know this is beyond this world, it's beyond this moment, it's bigger, it's the higher, it's the beyond. And I'm not saying um, anything in a religious manner at all. I am in I don't I have my beliefs, and I honestly don't care what other people's beliefs are because they're their beliefs and it doesn't affect me. I just have my beliefs and I live my life according to those belief systems. So to me, um, it's prime source. And I like to say that to make sure that there's no distinguishing any difference from what I mean. But that's my thing, right? So, anyway, on to this. Um, so, when we look at the process of letting go, you can look at the concept of the caterpillar. Like, I have people within the school who um, are in different spaces, different beliefs. I've had people and just someone had said, "I love that you for that," and that's true. And she knows that because she's been with me for quite some time, and knows, like, your beliefs are your beliefs. They don't affect me. If you're trying to enforce your beliefs on me, then we're going to have a problem. Then he's going to have a problem. I'm going to be very, I'm a very much a sovereign individual, and my beliefs are, not yours to dictate. So when we're going back to the letting go thing, the breaking down, the releasing the old, um, we can look at it like the caterpillar, right? The caterpillar dissolves completely into goo, right? And it doesn't dissolve completely. Like, the DNA remains, and the DNA contains the memory, and also, water stores memory, and that remains. But anyway, it rebuilds itself from a caterpillar into a butterfly, and it does dissolve into a goo. So nonetheless, it's a complete transformation before it goes through the full rebirth. The caterpillar doesn't know it's going to become a butterfly. It doesn't even know what kind of butterfly it's going to become. It has no concept of where the end is. It just is doing and going through the process, going through the transformation and letting go. So that letting go phase, you just let it go. Just accept it. This does not align with me. I'm going to let that go. This doesn't align with me. I'm going to let it go. And the more that you get ready with doing that, the more that you get good at saying that doesn't align with me. Do you know how much power we have as a public? Do you know how much power we have if you honestly went trying to think of an example. Pop. We know pop's not good for us. There's no dispute about it. There's no dispute about it. Drinking Coca-Cola or Pepsi or any of the other ones is not good for you, right? So we'll just call it that. I mean, we could even say donuts. We can honestly, I'm sure all of us can agree, donuts are not good for you. They're not healthy for you. So we could use either one of those things. If we went to that and we were like, yep, nope, that's unhealthy. Yep, nope, that's not good for my body. That's not healthy. If we all just collectively said nope to the things that are not good for us, there would be no bad things in the grocery stores because they wouldn't have a market to sell it to. Right? If they came into the grocery store back in the day when we had fresh homemade breads and we had fresh, vegetables that we grew in our own gardens, and they dropped down the Coke, yeah, there's a taste sensation. Like, then that's what they do. They play on all of those senses, right? The bubbles on the tongue, the up in all of it. They do it on purpose. And I mean, the word is, back in the day they actually put cocaine in it, so it did make it addictive. But anyway, besides the fact that they drug people through it, which I'm not saying is true or not, you have to go to the other channel to find out if stuff like that's true. We talk about the truth over there. We share some of it here, but we don't go into those deep dives. That's not the way that we do that here. Today we're talking about transformation, so we're going to try to stay on point with that. So that caterpillar it dissolves. It dissolves into a bunch of goo and then it transforms again. It doesn't know what it's going to become, and neither do you. But if you allow that transformation to happen, it's going to go much, much quicker, right? But we prolong the inevitable because of the things that we cling to that aren't meant for us, right? It's crazy what we do, and to ourselves, in fact. Right, I always say to my class, like, we actually participate in our own struggles. Hi, Time Thieves, nice name. I bend time all the time. I bend time. I like to step outside of it occasionally. Okay, so phase two, though, after you go through that destruction, you get the rebuilding stage, right? And that rebuilding stage is when you get to determine what is true for me. How do I want to perceive things? What if my belief systems are my belief systems merely because I adopted them from someone else, not because I actually ever questioned the validity of them? And if I start to question things, well, then what truths do I find? And how does that set me free? Right? How can I start to work with my mind and my language and reprogram those things? Right? And it's not just reprogramming your mind, you're programming your energy. You're elevating your frequency, right? Frequency does the talking, right? So it's a beautiful process. The rebuilding phase, people sometimes they're like, well, I don't know what I like. I don't know what to do. I don't know what I like. I'm like, that's the exploratory phase. That's the fun thing. That's where you get to go and pick up all kinds of things. And you get to say, do I like this? Does this feel like, is this fun? No? Okay, not for me. Is this fun? Oh, hey, that's something that's pretty cool. I do like that. Or what do I like this food? How do you're exploring. There's millions of things in the world that you can be doing. So if you don't know what you like, that gives you the opportunity to go and try out a whole bunch of things to see what you do like. It's awesome time to get to know yourself. And if, I did it for myself. I went on I put a ring. I actually put a ring on. I had a little tiny gold band. Maybe I should find that ring again. Such a cute little ring. I don't know where it is in my stuff. But anyway, I had it and I wore it for 2 years after I went on did my healing journey, left my relationship, left my job, I set a torch to my life, basically. Um, in the healing journey, nothing from my previous life resonated with me anymore. So I left everything. And hi, Amber. It's been a while for sure. How are you doing? Um, so that was very transformative, but I got to build myself up new on the other side of that. And I put that ring on and I was like, until I am comfortable being with myself, I'm not going to be with anybody else. And I wore that ring for 2 years and I still haven't really stepped beyond that too much. Okay, so the other thing that we're going to do is we're going to talk about the elements. Like, what can we use the elements for when we're doing our transformation, right? Let's harness that power of energy and let's utilize the elements that are around us for the purpose that they're useful for, right? So fire, transmutation, right? You want to get rid of something, burn it, burn it. You can sit yourself in a violet flame, transmute karma, burn off those types of energies. You can write it down on a piece of paper and burn it in a fire, set flames to it. So there's a lot of power that you can use with fire. It's very transformative. And when we're looking at Mother Gaia right now, with a lot of the seismic activity that's going on and the volcano activity, you can say that the fire elements are definitely transmuting stuff, right? There's a transmutation that's going on right now. So the next energy is water. Well, water's great for flow, right? Water's great for moving things that are stagnant. When you're having a shower, use the shower as an opportunity to have that water pour over you and wash things away. Use water as a tool to speak words into, because water contains memory. Bless every bit of water that you drink. I got water in my tea, so I like to say lovely things into the water that's in my tea because it has memory, right? You can play frequencies, 528 hertz around your water, and make your water, like bless your water. 1111 right now, beautiful. So water is great for creating movement and to allow for flow. Then we have air, right? Air is the mind, and air is about perspective. And you can use the air element to ask for clarity, right? Bring me clarity, or help me to help clear the fog from my mind so I can see things clearly, and so that my perspective may be one that is of harmony or unity, right? You could use the air in many beautiful ways, to clear things. um, I like when I'm walking and it's windy, I like to think of it as going through all the spaces in between all of those little bits that make me me, right? Because I'm more space than I am things. So I think of the air going through the space and picking up all the stuff that's not in alignment with me, the stuff that's stagnant, or any energy that's not serving me, and it just takes it on out and it goes and transmutes it into love, right? It's always that transmutation into love. The earth, stability, right? The earth is great for grounding, right? It's great for creating a stable foundation with the processes that you're going through. And we can be really supporting Mother Gaia right now by sending really loving energy to her to help her as she's going through her ascension as well. As we rise, she rises, so we have to support her along the way. So we're going to do a little exercise. I want you guys to close your eyes if you're safe to do so. Okay, so just close your eyes. And again, every time I close my eyes, I drop my awareness here and I just take one breath into my heart space and sit in, and that's all I need, okay, for me to center myself. But you might need more breaths, and that's okay. It just means that your elevator's a little higher up at this point in time energetically, right? So I want you to call forth your new self, the self that you're transforming into. I want you to call forth that new self in your mind's eye, okay? And I want you to, when she comes forth, what does it feel like, or he comes forth, when that higher self, or that version that you're transforming, when she or they appear before you in your mind, what do they feel like? Mine feels really good. I don't know about yours. Mine feels really good. I want you to type it out. What does yours feel like? Tell me how your next version of yourself, what does it feel like to you now? What does it feel like to be that version of yourself? Right? Wasn't that nice? It feels so good. I can feel how it feels for you. I can pick up on the energy. Like when somebody resonates really well with something that I've shared and they feel it, then I can experience it back again. What you is so cool. I love it. Right? So you can do that at any point in time, and you should do that frequently. You know why? Because in order for us to manifest, one of the best things that we can do is feel like it's already here. So if you want to embody that future version of yourself faster, do this little exercise. Call that individual forward. Sit with how that feels to be that person, and you are feeling as if you are there already. Ah, you're a gift too, right? Resonance, right? It's mirrors. Mirrors, mirrors, mirrors. Okay, so the next phase after we get, and hi Snea, I love to see you, friend. The next phase is the ascension. This is when we start realizing that we're limitless. We start to connect to who we are beyond what we were told. We peeking beyond the veil. And there's obviously stages within that. You might yourself know, I've been incarnated in many lifetimes. I've had these amazing experiences. I know I have. You might not have the full understanding of what that actually is, or what it means, or what you've done. But as you start to go through your ascension journey, you'll start to connect more and more and more to that truth and start to embody that more and more. So this is the part that some of us are at right now, where we're starting to look at, how do I embody that supreme level of transformation in everyday life? And I'm at that stage now where everything that I'm doing throughout the day is done in such an aligned way. And the creativity that I'm having right now is just explosive, and the reason why is because I'm in my alignment. When you're sitting in your authentic alignment and you are in that state of flow, there's so much creativity that comes to you at that time. And I can tell you from this experience that you think that you might be sitting there right now on your awakening journey and going, I think I'm meant to do healing sessions for people, doing quantum healing, and that's where your mind is at the end of the day. You're going to realize you came here to do so much more than just that. And you're going to have so many different things that you're bringing to creation. There's so many interactions that you're going to have, so many beautiful things that you're going to experience. So, one of the things that we have with this is we have fear. Right? There's a bunch of different ways that we express that fear. Sometimes we're afraid of failing. Sometimes we're afraid of success. Sometimes we're afraid of our power, and we're afraid that we lie. Like maybe that we lied to ourselves or deluded ourselves in some way, right? Like thinking there's all kinds of things that trap people from stepping into their truth. And it's like back in the when they had Carrie, right? It was, they're all going to laugh at you. And I think many of us grew up with that echoing in our mind of taking any step forward. They're all going to laugh at you, right? And it's like, but they're not. And even if they do, don't listen to them. They won't stay resonating on your level as you continue to go. They're going to step off and move away. It was kind of interesting because the other day I saw a video. This is way off on a side, but it's still adjacent to what we're talking about. But I saw a video about David Icke, or Ike. I'm not sure how to pronounce his last name. I wasn't never really like into that. His name came up when I was on my awakening journey early on, when my ex was trying to say that I was losing my mind. And he brought him up into that space because his brother had been a follower of Ike. Okay, Ike. Perfect. Thank you, Byron. I knew it wasn't Ick. I'm like, I think it's pronounced Ike. Okay. So David Icke, and his brother was someone who was really, really into what David Icke was talking about. So it came up in conversation then, and as I've gone on my spiritual journey, which led me in different directions, I've seen him come up a few times here and there on social media in a video or a reel of some sort, and that's been it. But anyway, yesterday I saw, or in the last little bit, I saw a video, and it was talking about how way back when he was saying the same things he's saying today about that we incarnate as like we've been Pleiadians, or we've been Lyran, or we've been these aliens. And as the perfect time as alien magic man just showed up. So David Icke spoke about those things way back when it was so off trend. Hi, Alien T. Like back when it was so like he was such a way shower or a change maker. Like the amount of criticism and the amount that he was laughed at, and that was what it showed. It showed the early video when he was being interviewed and they were laughing at him, and the host was like, "You do realize they're laughing at you, right? They're not laughing." And he's like, "I'm laughing along with. I'm laughing with them." And he's like, "You do realize they're not laughing. They're laughing at you." And he never stopped. He never backed down. So that's the kind of pursuit that you have to have when you have the knowing, and when you are chasing the mission that you assigned yourself, right? When you're in flow with that, It doesn't matter what anyone says. That's why I started that One Truth Sets You Free, right? That channel on YouTube was to start talking about the truth, because it's a part of what I came here to do, is whether through teaching you transformation techniques, or enlightening you with your trauma or your mental health, or, you know, helping you um, to move from shadow to illumination, is what the school does, in doing those types of things. But then I'm also here to, like, just really wake you up with the truth. Hi, Loki. Hello. Follow Alien. Uh, so the ascension, we get scared, right? We sign this mission and we're like, yeah, I'm going to go down, I'm going to be a baddie, and I'm going to stand against the machine, and I'm going to tell people that ain't how it is, and you can live a new way, and I'm going to show them how to do it. I'm going to blaze a trail. I'm going to and then you get down here and, like, oh, but what if they do laugh at me? But what if I do this and they don't like me anymore? Right? What if they, right? And we get stuck in that space. So we've got a 5-minute rule thing. I'm gonna scroll. I have to scroll to it though. I wasn't set up properly. Give me a second. And this is not my rule. This is actually by Mel Robbins, that she developed it, or at least brought it into form, like formalized it. So the way that it goes is, whatever you're gonna do, 5-second rule. So if it's something that scares you, you just 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, move, right? Oh, I don't know what that means. Right? So in the sense of, you want to speak your truth with somebody, but you feel that doubt creeping in, you go 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and just say it. Right? Just do it. If you're procrastinating on a task, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, start now. It's just the rule, right? You're nervous to take a bold step in your transformation, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Right? It's time to go. So it's there's no thinking, overthinking, or waiting, or fear, or any of that. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and move. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and speak. Right? So it's just a way to just get yourself to do it, and it does work. It actually does work. The reason why it works is because the countdown interrupts the neural patterns. So doing the 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, of fear and hesitation, it shifts your brain into action mode because it's a countdown. And when we're counting down, we are wired to believe that a countdown means that it's time to go, right? Like something's about to launch or something's about to start. It's time to move. And it builds confidence too, because as you continue to do this 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and you just do whatever it is that you have that little fear of, that will show you that by taking those steps, it wasn't as bad as you thought it was. So you start to increase your confidence in the long term. So you can use this one today. Think of something that you've been hesitating on, and do it. Do the countdown and just act now. That's your call today, is to act now. Okay, so I'm good. So we're back in the ascension stage, right? So we're doing that. So my challenge for you today, after you've got that, where you're gonna go and whatever, something that you've been hesitating on, or you've been procrastinating on, whatever it is, go and do that and take action on it. But now, and so that's your big bold move that you have to do today. Okay, let's take action on something. All right, so you guys ready to do a little energy thing? Can you hear the music in the background, or is it too low? Check my tea. You can hear the music, it's okay? Good, I have it on volume 11 of 100. So it's pretty low. Perfect. Okay. We're gonna do a little bit of a meditation. We're gonna do a little bit of a energy meditation like we've done before. My class knows what we do in these little sessions. Um, so we're gonna go through this little visualization exercise. Okay. You guys ready for that? Can you put your phone somewhere safe so that it's not about falling asleep, because you're going to be processing through a couple of spaces, and it's not like it's a lengthy experience. But I don't know about you, but sometimes when I'm meditating, I'll just like, my hand will just like, like I'll just jerk a little or whatever. Like I do a little movement, right? So I just don't like, I don't want you to just like, even if you were to get, really relaxed and you kind of do that, I don't want you falling off a chair. Right? So get yourself in a comfortable space where you're safe, and put your device somewhere where it's safe, so that if you did fall asleep or lost, just a little bit of muscle control, you wouldn't hurt yourself or your phone. Okay, so that's that. Okay. Alrighty. So I'm just going to center myself first. And then you're going to follow along. So the first thing I want you to do is close your eyes gently. You can place your hands over your heart space. And you can drop your awareness down into your chest, like into your heart space. Sorry, you can drop your awareness down into your heart space behind your hands. And connect to that energy that's there. And then you can take that nice slow breath in and out. Allowing yourself to sink a little further. You take another breath in and out, sinking further still. Take a final breath and out before returning to your normal rate of breath. Today we're going to walk forward towards the 5 elements. And as you see these elements before you, you're going to, for each element, release or purify. You're going to receive what you need to for transformation through those elements. So the first element that you see before yourself is fire. And fire is used for burning things away, transforming it. Think of something right now that you'd like to transform, and hold the intention of what you want to transform it into. Maybe you want to transform pain into love. Maybe you want to transform fear into safety. Maybe you want to release something that's not serving you and receive truth or clarity in its place. Whatever it is, send it into the fire and watch it be transformed before your eyes. The next element is water. And water is asking you to step in. And as you step in, you sense the flow of life. It reminds you of how you're meant to move through your day. It clears any programming about 9 to 5s or not enough time. It removes the programming that you have to be doing anything because somebody says you have to. As we move beyond the waters with this fresh outlook, we meet the wind element. And the wind element brings us clarity and a perspective shift, aligning us with our own inner truth. You may receive insight right now, or it may appear within the next day or two through dreams, synchronicities. As we move forward to the earth element, this is where we're going to plant the seeds for tomorrow. As you reach to place a seed in the earth, you see the words written upon it for what you are growing in your future. Maybe you're planting the seeds of a sacred union. Maybe you're placing the seeds of abundance. Maybe you're planting seeds of freedom, of safety. Maybe you're planting seeds of health. While we plant seeds for ourselves, always think to plant seeds for others, seeds for the collective, and seeds for Mother Gaia. And I'm going to plant seeds of abundance for Mother Earth, plant seeds of health, seeds of freedom, we water the seeds and they begin to grow because Mother Gaia is very abundant and so are you. Next we move forward and what we are met with is our higher self. This is allowing us to connect to the ether element. As you see your higher self before you, she will appear or he will appear, they will appear in whichever form is right for you. Some of us will see it as energy. Some will see it as ourself in a mirror, not looking much different than we do now. Some of us see ourselves in the ideal way that we wish we did see ourselves, and that's our higher self. No matter how it appears, it's perfect. Allow yourself to connect to the fact that that is you, that you are it. And everything your higher self has, you have. All the knowledge, the perfect health, the feeling of connected to all that is, unconditional love. Allow yourself to feel what your higher self feels like. Strengthening that connection. Before you leave, you're going to ask your higher self what you need to know next in your ascension journey. What's the next phase for you? What should you focus on? And wait to see what message you receive. So now we're going to just repeat in your mind, or you can say it out loud. I now release all limitations, doubts, and old versions of myself. I activate the supreme blueprint of my highest self. I step fully into my mastery now. It is done. So we're going to allow that to sink into every pore of our being, through all the space in between, all the things that make us a thing. Let it fill you up and resonate. Embody that. Breathe it in. Feel it. And when you're ready, start to wiggle your fingers and toes. Shift side to side. And then open your eyes and come back here to me and hang out again. Hi, guys. Answer, be more friendly with you. Oh. I don't understand what that means, Leslie. But I like it. That your higher self was like, nope, you can't be here today. You're welcome. You're welcome. It'll be on my YouTube channel. Like I'll post this whole session will be on my YouTube channel, so you can go back and watch it. That's the Mind Body Spirit Healthy channel. But I also have One Truth Sets You Free channel. There's a new video, a message for today in there. Good, good. I'm glad. It was my pleasure. You're welcome. My pleasure. My pleasure. I'm trying not to say you're welcome, because I try not to welcome anybody, like just like it's one of those weird words when you think about what it could mean, right? I mean so yeah. Anyway. Yeah, if you go to my website, all the stuff is on my website. Aw, hi Spacel. How are you, love? How are you? See, we're getting a lot of people that I haven't had for a little while. I go live on Tuesdays and Thursdays on TikTok. That's all. I used to go live every day for 3 hours, and that was a lot to be putting out. And I was just like, no, no, it's too much. Hello, Craig. So yeah, so today you're not it's a process for sure, right? Whatever stage you're in, if you're in the beginning stage where you're starting to just like wake up to the truth, and you're going through like the dark night of the soul, or you're experiencing that big, right, where your health or money or relationships or some big things happen that's shifting that first stage is the most transformative part of it all. It really is. So be gentle with yourself. And if you need guidance with that, come and hang out with us at the school. We can help you with that. We have different classes, different stages of your journey. Aw, that's beautiful. So then a very powerful thing for you to keep in mind, divine timing, is going to be asking yourself, is this mine? Because if you're very, very in tune to all of the energy around you, and you're picking it up, then you could, sometimes we misinterpret what we're feeling because we're not feeling, it's not ours. You're picking up other people's feelings. So just do that. What is mine? Is this mine? Is this really mine? And learning to protect yourself energetically will be key as well. So you're not waiting for some transformation. It's already happening. You're transforming right now. You're transforming every day. If you're hanging out here with me, then you definitely are on a path of transformation, right? You're definitely doing that. People don't navigate to my channel that aren't on some path, and if they are, it's usually because they're a troll, and we deal with them right away. So you're already oh yes, that Lincoln, that's a good one. Yeah, more musicians are coming out like that, and I really support that, because frequency matters, right? We don't think that it matters. It matters what fabric your clothes are. It matters what you put on your skin, what you put in your mouth, what you watch with your eyes, what you listen to with your ears. Everything that you consume, through any manner in which you consume it, it matters. It matters. And we've got, our Wi-Fi, and we've got our, like our Bluetooth, and we've got all those things. Like when you're using those in-ear headphones that are Bluetooth, you're literally sitting there frying, like, you're literally putting like the radiation right here inside your ears and going. I'm not kidding you. Right? Those earbuds, the waves are going right through your brain, right. So it's interesting, right? We used to have paper bags, and they got rid of them. Got rid of them. Used to have wired headsets. Got rid of them. All the things that were healthy, even butter, like real butter, was healthy. They got rid of that and gave us margarine, which is like plastic. Right. So think about that. Right. What is, and discern for yourself. Discern for yourself. If you don't agree with what I'm saying, that's cool. That's cool. But it is like, and when you look at like red dyes and yellow dyes, and like, I mean, just wow. Yeah, and they do. 10 to 15 feet. Is that what you said, Byron? I got that numbers correctly? Yeah, 10 to 15 feet is how far that signal goes to. Crazy. I have frequency disruptors on all of my stuff here because I don't want to, we don't do that here. We don't do that here. So I have all these frequency disruptors that I have on stuff so that it disrupts the frequency so I don't deal with it. Well, I can imagine that. I can imagine that craft dinner and ketchup is illegal in many places. I can understand, like, there's a lot of foods in that are like, it's we're not going to we don't focus on that. We're going to look at what can we do to create the world that I live in is a healthy world. It's a world where the food is healthy, the water's healthy, the air is healthy. So I stay focused on that particular future, right? It's like we were talking about earlier. What are you focusing on? Because if you're focusing on the fear and the lack and all of the stuff that's the chaos, then that's the reality you're going to be experiencing more and more. So you want to be focusing on, what do you want to see? What do you want to see in the world? How do you want to see it? And hold that and make changes. Like, those changes are happening. The structures are collapsing. The veil is lifting. More people are awakening. And the more that awaken, the more that will awaken, because it's just exponential the way that it goes. Right, when you get to a point where you're vibrating at a really, really high frequency, you're awakening people just being in their, like, just in their area, because your frequency is so high, it has no choice but to bring them, well, shine on their shadows is what it'll irritate them. It'll irritate them, and they'll have no choice but to start doing something. So yeah, pretty cool. Well, I have class in like 15 minutes, guys. What did one? I'm good, KB. Right? That's hilarious. All right, let's see what the cards. We'll do a little bit of cards at the end for a moment. You're not irritating, Tina. Let's check in. I spilled them all everywhere. I spilled them everywhere. Let's see who our master is for today. And all right, let's see who the master is for today. Okay, we got a couple. Oh, we got Oshun. She likes to pop out. It's very important, this message. So, ow. I had a hair caught right in that little spot there, and it yarded out. That hurt. Oh. I said Tina wasn't irritating, Leslie, but I'm just teasing you, sweetie. Okay, I love myself. That's what we're gonna say 3 times. I love myself. I love myself. I love myself. Okay, so we got that one in, and now we've got Mabahata Babaji, 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 Babaji. Babaji is asking us, I'm sorry, I like to say Babaji, is asking us, his affirmation is the light of eternity beams through all my cells. The light of eternity beams through all my cells. I also have a new book coming out. I will be publishing it shortly. I'm just looking over the formatting of everything and getting all the sizing stuff done. And so that one will be coming out soon. And I think that you guys are going to absolutely love it. It is the cutest, the most wonderful. I love it so much. I love it so much. And I know that you will. I can't wait to do the reading on the air of it. But yeah, anyway. Okay, let's see. What do we got from Spirit? Can we get a good message with the cards? Not that many, like. Sorry, there was like far too many. Oh, Bobby G? Yeah, I have 3 children's books currently on Amazon. Written first was Jessie Learns to Create Calm Spaces, and then was The Adventures of Jack and Nanny B, Monster Edition, and then finally Choo Choo Charlie and His Adventures with Nanny B, no spitting, no biting, no hitting, and no kicking. So those are the 3 kids books that I have, and then I also have journals and planners available, and I have Calm Spaces for adults available as well. I don't have all my, I have most of them. I have this book, the the Daily Affirmation Gratitude Planner, which is a great book for women. It's tailored towards women, but it's a fabulous healthy book to keep you guided in your healing journey. The Dream Catcher book, so tracking your dreams, and it gives you a process for remembering them. And then this was the first book that I ever did. It was just a journal. It was just a journal, Wins and Goals journal. So that was really cool. Right. So yeah, this is just, and then I have Calm Spaces for adults as well. And then, yeah, so this will be my 8th book. My 8th book. And I have so many more to write. But the 8th book is going to be ready soon. All right. The cards, my cards. What are the cards for the collective? Spirit. What's the message for the collective today? I mean, I think the message was the message that we gave. See, he's throwing out way too many cards. This Page of Wands wants to come out, period. The Page of Wands wants to come out. It depends on the path that you take. If you do self-publishing, it's different process than if you look for a publisher, right? Like if you're wanting to be published, the bonus of being published by a publishing company is that they do all of it. They do the marketing, they do all of it. So, but you're also held to their standards. So they can ask you to change this and change that and change this and change that. And it's only if they decide that what you've written is worthwhile being published, right? So that kind of happens. Self-publishing, you can publish anything you want. They'll run it through their gamut of checking it to verify that the content is, whatever. But you can publish anything you want. And but you have to do everything except, like, I mean, they do the binding. Like once you've got the whole book created with the cover and all of that, and you upload it into the system, then Amazon takes care of it, or whatever system that you're using, and then you just have to wait to see. Like you're the one that has to do all the publishing. They do all the production, but you're the one that has to do all the marketing and stuff. So it's a little more challenging when you self-publish versus. So if you're really good at really good at marketing yourself, and you're really consistent with that, then you can do fine with that. Hi, Derek. How are you, love? Then you can do fine that way. I've continued to do it that way, with publishing, self-publishing, as opposing to looking for a publisher. But if anyone's a publisher and they want to pick up my Lumina Soul series, I think it would be a beautiful series, for you to pick up. Alrighty. So we're definitely holding on to the past here with the Six of Cups coming out. And we are also the Page of Wands. The Page of Wands, it can be a bit fiery energy, right? Some fiery emotions. So I think that what we're holding on to from the past, like maybe there's some anger, there's some resentment, there's some energy like that. So we definitely have the call to release. The Eight of Cups is all about releasing, let it go. It doesn't serve you. We talked about this in the beginning of the show about letting it go, and we even did that whole process. And then we've got the Knight of Cups. The Knight of Cups is romance. So it's flirty, it's fun, so maybe there's a romance that was a bit immature or was a bit that needs to be let go of. Or maybe, there's some emotions around something that needs to be let go of, so that that new relationship can come in, because you're holding on to the past. Six of Swords, this is a transition that needs to occur. Queen of Swords in the shadow, that means that you're probably in your head too much, too logical, not bringing emotions into the equation, or you're coming at it from a very emotional space and you're not using any logic. It's one of those other polars, but the Queen of Wands can be very cutting. She can be very aloof emotionally. And then we've got the Ten of Pentacles, and the Ten of Pentacles is about money and stuff coming in, like things are going to be fine. So if it was, whatever it is, it's got to be let go. Stop looking in the rearview mirror. Temperance, something is out of balance. So maybe that, it's all about moderation, right? And we have to maintain that we're in that moderation. The Ace of Swords. Newness, where it's coming with the mental. So this is going to create a perspective shift. Whatever we're going through right now is going to create a perspective shift. But don't let yourself go into, it's what we were talking about earlier, is coming back to that, right? When we're the manifester of what we're experiencing, right? We're manifesting it by what we're doing. So if every day I'm staring at the things that I'm afraid of and I'm giving all of my energy to that, then I'm going to be experiencing more of that, right? So what am I seeing in my life that I'm not liking, and what can I do to change that from seeing that in my life? Well, one, stop looking at certain things. That's a good start, right? It's just to stop looking at those things. Right? So turn off the news. It's the number one thing that you can do, is turn off your TV, and then disconnect from social media to allow yourself to get some clarity, and to align with yourself, right? To align with the truth within you. And then you can focus on, what do you want to see in the world, and become part of the wave of people that are focusing on the true world that they want to see, the true new earth where, love is the frequency, and, we don't have to. We won't be living in a world where one person has enough money to fix homelessness, and money's an illusion anyway. So it's like so silly, right? It's just so silly that people starve, and that people are homeless, and that people freeze to death, while people have homes that are empty, or people have money enough to spare that. While systems are created that keep increasing the prices, so that the people that are in poverty are more and more, right? We won't live in worlds like that. We'll live in worlds where people have what they need. Probably could, KB. We probably could. So stick around. I also have a YouTube channel. I have 2 YouTube channels. Mind, Body, Spirit, Healthy is the one. And then the other one is One Truth Sets You Free. Because it only takes one truth to make you go, holy Is that the wow? And then everything starts to from there. It's like a cascade effect. All right, guys. Well, I am the teacher, so I can't be late for school. I have class right at noon here, so I've got to get going. I absolutely love you guys. Remember the 54321. Pick something that you've been hesitating on, that you know you should be doing to in the direction of your transformation. It's something that will help you with your transformation. Pick that one thing, and 54321. Take action. That's all you do. 54321. Take action. Okay. Do that little connection with yourself. Deep breathe 3 times into your heart space. Drop your awareness there, right? Call forward that transformed you so that you can, and ask yourself, what does she feel like, or he feel like, or they feel like? And sit with that feeling. Allow it to flow into your body so you feel as if you are already transformed. Powerful way to manifest. Love you guys. Have a beautiful day. We'll see you on Tuesday on TikTok or Monday on YouTube, unless there's a surprise live somewhere. Love you guys. Have a beautiful day.